So we're going to talk about a recent rise in phone calls about sellers who have been sued. And Jen, let's talk a little bit about it. First of all, how many calls have come in, let's say in the last 12 to 24 hours of sellers who have been sued in court?
I know of four. I've personally spoken with two. One was a young mother. She's recently married. They're a very young married couple. They have a 2-month-old baby, and they're absolutely petrified because they're being sued for $100,000 and they don't have it. They're just purchased a home, and they're afraid of losing everything.
Well, let me address that issue right then and there. Just because you have been named in a lawsuit doesn't mean you're going to lose your home or you're going to have to pay a lot of money. Okay. So I recognize that people who are not familiar with litigation, like non-lawyers and most of the public out there, but just because you're being sued doesn't mean it's going to cost you necessarily anything at all. Okay. What about the other three sellers who contacted us?
The other one came in through a chat. He purchased his items. Well, he sells on eBay. He bought the items from Amazon, and now his PayPal account has been frozen from his funds from his eBay sales. So he's terrified that he's not going to be able to continue selling because he's not going to have the funds to, reinvest for inventory.
Okay, that is definitely a real problem for people who have been sued. Once a temporary restraining order or a TRO has been issued, and most litigation like this is coming out of the Northern District of Illinois. It's the federal court in Chicago, and the judges there are it's very easy to get TROs out of them when it comes to online sales, when there's allegations of counterfeit or intellectual property right violations. So the vast majority of these cases do come out of Chicago, and the vast majority from that courthouse, they're getting temporary restraining orders where people's accounts and their money are being frozen. What about the other two?
I didn't speak with the other two, but from what I know, they're in almost the same situation. They have accounts frozen. Amazon's refusing to send their inventory back to them, so they just are basically waiting to try to find out what's going to happen next.
Okay, that also is very, very common. Those temporary restraining orders, those TROs, will be issued to all the platforms to tell them just to freeze the account, freeze the inventory, freeze the money until the court has a chance to wade through it, or the sellers who are being sued, whose money and accounts are frozen, reach out to the lawyers that started the lawsuit and work out a resolution. So who is the plaintiff in all of these four cases?
General Tools and Instruments, LLC.
Okay, do you know what kind of products the sellers were selling?
I'm not 100% sure. We had asked for some more information from them, but I haven't received it yet.
Okay, well, we are looking into it. Even though it's a Saturday here, when there's something that's stressing out sellers, Jen lets me know, and I get my shirt on, I put my tie on so we can update sellers around the globe, and we're going to look into this. We're hopefully going to represent these sellers, and we have had remarkable success in settling these cases against sellers, especially when they never sold the products or sold very, very limited supplies. We've also helped sellers who have been sued for selling counterfeit products when in reality their products were 100% genuine. So Jen, thanks for doing this interview with me. As more intakes come in, as more sellers call you, I want you to make sure you keep me in the loop, even though it's Saturday. And sellers around the world, we're going to do our best to keep you updated what's going on with this particular litigation. So Jen, thank you very much, and keep the intakes rolling and keep talking to sellers. They love you. They leave great reviews of you, and you are a huge, huge part of our team.